What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. Welcome to the second video of the year. Now today you join me inside the all-new VW T-ROC. Now a big thanks goes to VW Lannie Motors, which is the local VW dealer out here in Zanin, Limpopo. I really appreciate the support. They allowed me to review this car for you guys today. So we're going to be reviewing the all-new VW T-ROC. Let's get into the video. Excuse all the noise that's outside. We're shooting the car in what is seemingly a workshop, and they're currently busy right now, so this is the only location I could make use of. And there are some grinders and so forth out there which are really loud, so please excuse the noise, but I'll try to be as audible as possible. So the T-ROC is an all-new platform of the compact SUV market that sits in between the T-Cross and the Tiguan. It's actually based on the Golf, but it sits taller and wider than the Golf, basically more stylish and more rugged than the Golf. The exterior is very nice. This example is the design 2-liter turbo model, and it comes standard with a whole load of features. Now let's just go through the exterior for now, and we'll get into all the different features and so forth. So out here you have LED headlights as standard, and also these LED daytime running lights, which also work as the turning signals. Now this is the entry-level design in terms of trim. You can also get it as an R-line package to make it look more aggressive and sporty. The grille is really nice with all this curtain going on right here, the newly refreshed VW logo coming round to the side. Oh, before that we have these very nice creases that run across the bonnet, one out here and the other one that curves round to the outside. So coming round to the side, this specific one has the R-line rims. Now these rims are the 19-inch and they are specific to the R-line, but I don't know how they are on this car, because as you can tell, this is not the R-line. If it was the R-line, it would have a whole host of R-line badges around, and also the bumpers would look more aggressive, but nonetheless it does have these 19-inch rims which look really amazing. So power folding mirrors with the turning signal light integrated right there. The gray paint color as well is really nice. So coming around to the side, we have this really nice chrome bar that runs across the entire car, and all this black contrasting part to, you know, to break up the design and make it more interesting. So the rear arches, the trim with chrome runs across from the front all the way to the back here, and I really love this muscular rear fender. It just gives the car some extra stance. So coming around to the rear is really nice. I like how these tail lights are very similar to the ones on the all-new Mark 8 Golf, and they're fully LED. Of course, you have a 4Motion badge back here because this is an all-wheel drive, and 4Motion is the all-wheel drive name for VW. The T-ROC model designation, which sits underneath the VW logo. This is a new thing that VW is doing now. Previously, the model designation used to be on the left, round around here, but now the model designation sits underneath the VW badge. So the chrome theme also continues round back here with the, I would say, fake exhaust surround, which is really a shame, but I guess it's new regulations. But overall, the car looks really stylish. I love the look. It has a coupe like design going on back here, and I really love it. It looks absolutely stylish. So let's get into the interior and see how it's like. So guys, I have the key with me right here, and it looks really nice, especially with this metallic finish down below here. So this car actually has keyless entry and keyless go. So what you do is that you just have the key anywhere with you. I'll have it in my pocket, as you can see, like so. So the key is in my pocket. Now when I'm close to the car, it's locked right now. You can tell that with the folded mirrors. So to unlock it, just put your hand behind the door handle, and just like that, it unlocks. You're in. So to lock it, you'll see there's this cutout right here on the door handle. Just put your finger right there and the car locks away. Remember, the key is in my pocket. So very nice feature. So when you also get inside the car, you don't need to slot the key anywhere. Weirdly, it has the flip out blade, but you don't need it because, you know, keyless go. So you just have the key anywhere. Maybe I'll have it there. Put your foot on the brake, hit the start button, and voila, the car is on. So guys, inside the all-new VW T-ROC. Now, the wow factor is really big when I enter the cabin of this car. I think partly is because of the very bright interior, the white seats, the white roof lining, and also all the lights that comes from the panoramic sunroof. So let's start with the steering wheel. So all leather, multi-function steering wheel with a whole host of functionality, and it looks really great. Now in terms of material, I would say I'm actually shocked or surprised. Why? Because if you listen, right here, all plastic. On top of the dash, all plastic. And also all around the entire cabin is just plastic. I'm shocked. Why? Because in the Golf, on the top of the door, in the front area, of course, it's all soft material. Also, again, on top of the dash, it's all soft material. Even in the Polo, the top of the dash is soft material. But for some reason in this car, it's all plastic. Why? I don't know, but I guess it is what it is. So for the driver, you have this digital display which looks really amazing. So you can do a whole host of things with this display. So you can display your navigation map up here. There's a whole host of information. Now they look really amazing with the blue surround and just the red touches for the red line in terms of the RPM. It's really nice. So you have a button on the steering wheel to change the view, so you can switch in between your speedo in digital, the traditional speedo dials with the ref counter and the speedo on the right, and also you can switch to a full map on the display, which looks amazing when it's on. So infotainment screen. So this is actually an 8-inch screen, and it's really big. So it comes with a whole host of features. So there's App Connect, which hosts Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for your mobile phone. It has a built-in navigation system, which is really decent. It's really cool. The resolution of the screen is actually amazing. But I think if you're going to use App Connect, you might as well just use Google Maps. So coming around below the screen, you have dual zone automatic climate control, which looks really great. There's some 2 digital screens on the left and on the right, which shows your temperature reading and the setting of the climatic system. So beneath the climate controls, you have a push start button to start and stop the engine, and there's a very nice 4Motion badge in front of the gear lever, of course reminding you that you opted for the all-wheel drive. So this is the gear lever for the 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Of course, you have park, reverse, neutral, drive, and you also use it to engage sport and also to engage manual mode, or you can simply push one of the pedals and it will go in manual mode and you'll shift those gears yourself. So beneath the gear lever, you have a drive mode select. and also it has some off-road capability. So if I run it right now, it starts with snow for driving in the wet. We don't have snow out here in South Africa, but if it's wet and you want extra safety in the wet, you just put it in snow mode. So there's normal, which is just driving normal day-to-day driving, and also there's off-roading, which is really, really nice. I guess this is where this car sets itself apart from the Golf, because remember, this is a more tough and rugged car compared to the Golf. And lastly, I think this is some sort of sand or mud driving mode. So it's actually a swivel wheel which you use to move in between the different modes. Plus also within the swivel wheel there is a button which says mode. You can just press it and all the modes pop up on screen, and you can select using the touch screen. Depends how you want to control them. You have that many choices. So beneath the driving mode you have two cup holders which are seemingly slim. Okay, one is slim, the other one is wide. I guess one is for big drinks, the other one is for small drinks. Of course, electronic parking brake, which is just on the left side of the cup holders. And also, oh, by the way, you have two slots, USB-C slots. You can plug in your mobile phone, charge it or whatever. And yeah. Oh, so let's talk the seats. Now this car has 3-tone seats and they look amazing. That's white, black on the sides, and gray in the middle area. And I have to say, it really lights up this cabin. It's so nice, especially combined with the panoramic roof. It just, oh my word, it's really, really insane. I love it. So as standard you have a 6-speaker audio system, but I think you can also opt for a Beats 300-watt sound system, which is booming. If you love your music and your great sound quality, you should definitely opt for that. So automatic running headlights. And also let's talk safety features. So you can spec this car with a whole host of safety features. So you have blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning, auto emergency braking, of course parking sensors. You can also get it with a reverse camera which is housed within the VW badge around the back. So when you pop it in reverse, the VW badge pops out to release or to retract the reversing camera, which is really, really cool. So there is this very gray metallic like finish on the front fascia of the dashboard, which is really, really nice. I really love it. So you can slide open the panoramic sunroof, you can tilt it up depending on what you want to do for that airy breeze inside the cabin, and it will be really, really nice. I really love that new car smell because this car actually smells fresh. I really love it. So I'd say in terms of the interior, I'd give it a thumbs up, apart from the plastic that's all around. Like, that's kind of terrible. I didn't expect this because I mean, but it is what it is. I just find it strange, but that's pretty much it. So let me run you through some of the features on the infotainment screen. So what I'd like to go to is vehicle. I want to show you guys something quickly. So you can go to settings, and in settings you can deactivate traction control in this car. You know why? Because this car actually has a launch control system. That's really cool. Remember, this is the 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder pushing 140 kilowatts. So having launch control in there just goes to show you that it's a proper sporty thing, and I really love this. So you can turn off traction control and do some skids. I'm kidding, you can't do skids because it's a front wheel biased all-wheel drive system, but nonetheless it's cool to have it here. So guys, in the back I have loads of room out here. I'm not really a tall person, I'm about 5 foot, I'm just estimating, but yeah, there is so much headroom, leg room and so forth. It's definitely bigger than the Golf. So back here you also have 2 USB-C ports to charge your phones, for the kids to use their tablets around the back, and overall it's quite spacious. Okay, so let's talk pricing. Now I have my phone with me right here to remind me what all the different trim levels go for. So we kick it off with the T-ROC 1.4 liter 110 kilowatts Tiptronic design, and that starts at 489,400 rands, right? And then we go over to the 2 liter 140 kilowatts 4Motion DSG design, and that starts at 548,900, which is this car we're in right now. At the top of the range, we have the 2 liter 140 kilowatts 4Motion DSG R line, right? And that starts at 593,600 rands. And yeah, pretty pricey, but as expected, the pricing does sit in between the T-Cross and the Tiguan. And let's talk engines. Now this car is the 2 liter turbo 4-cylinder, pushing 140 kilowatts and 320 Newton meters of torque. Now transmission, it's mated to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. So another engine choice which we have out here in South Africa is the 1.4 liter, and that pushes only 110 kilowatts and 250 Newton meters of torque. Now the transmission that comes in that car is actually an 8-speed Tiptronic. So this is the top of the range trim in terms of what we can get out here in South Africa, because we can't get the diesel which they can get in Europe, and also we aren't going to get the fully blown R model. But nonetheless, this is a very punchy engine and it's really, really nice. So let's check out boot space. So you have about 393 liters of boot space with the rear seats up. If you just fold the rear seats like so, same applies to this side. Now you have 1,237 liters of boot space, which is really big, bigger than the Golf. Remember, this car is wider and taller, and this is the byproduct of this. So the loading lip is quite small, which is really handy, and also because the car is higher, it's much easier to lift things into the boot. And yeah, absolutely great. So underneath the loading floor, you have a spare wheel and a tire repairing kit. And yeah, you can also use the space to hide your essentials pretty much. So guys, that's pretty much it with the T-ROC review. A big thanks again to Lannie Motors, the local VW dealer out here in Zanin. Do check them out. They have a whole host of the new VW models, the Tiguans, the Touaregs, the Polos, and so forth. So if you're looking to buy a new VW, just pop in here and get yourself a new ride. Could be this T-ROC as well. It's absolutely amazing, guys. I'll tell you, it's so damn stylish. I actually do love it, especially with this engine, which is really punchy. Now you may be wondering, why am I not taking it for a drive? So currently the 2 T-ROCs they have are reserved for customers, so they're actually customer cars. So yeah, that's obvious, I can't drive a customer car, but nonetheless it was really fun reviewing this car for you guys. Really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. Until next time, I'll check you guys soon. Cheers.